You remember standing up after you make that tackle news tonight on Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin, who millions watched collapse
That's something I don't really want to get too deep into in the details of.
January 2nd, 2023. Two of the NFL's best teams squaring off with much more at stake than just primetime coverage. The Buffalo Bills against the Cincinnati Bengals. The outcome of this game will alter the entire playoff landscape and pass to Super Bowl 57. What's at stake? The number one seed in the AFC. The only team to receive a first-round bye and hold home field advantage for the entire postseason, and it won't be easy as both teams haven't lost in nearly 2 months. They've met each other at the perfect time, Week 17 on Monday night. Right away, it looks like the shootout. Everyone was hoping for the Bengals' attack first, trucking down the field in less than 3 minutes for a Tyler Boyd touchdown, but Buffalo quickly responds with a 25-yard field goal from Tyler Bass. The energy in the stadium is so intense you can't even hear yourself think. Then it happens, the scariest moment in NFL history. With just over 6 minutes left in the first quarter, the Bengals have the ball. On the second play of the drive, Joe Burrow passes to T. Higgins and lowers his shoulder, hoping to gain a few extra yards. Damar Hamlin makes the tackle, and as you can see, everything appears normal. Hamlin returns to his feet, adjusts his helmet, then collapses on the spot. Now another Bills player is down. Whistles are blown and gameplay is immediately stopped. Within 10 seconds of this moment, athletic trainers and medical professionals swarm the field. Emergency CPR is conducted for 10 minutes as an ambulance arrives soon after Damar is down on the field for nearly 20 minutes. Both teams surround him in shock while his family runs down to the field to be by his side. The stadium that was uncontrollably loud just moments ago is now completely silent. Damar receives oxygen from the first responders, is loaded into the ambulance with his mother, and transported directly to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center 4 miles away. The ambulance leaves the stadium at exactly 9:25 p.m. 30 minutes after he initially collapsed. On the field, you see a cluttered TV broadcast, then hear this from Joe Buck. They've been given 5 minutes to quote-unquote get ready to go back to playing. That's the word we get from the league and the word we get from down on the field. But nobody's moving. As you can see, teammates remain seated, hug each other, and shed tears for their teammate whose status now remains up in the air. During all of this, both head coaches had been discussing with officials, leading to the decision by Buffalo head coach Sean McDermott to pull his team off the field and back to the locker room. Another 30 minutes pass, and the game is officially postponed over an hour after Damar collapsed. Meanwhile, his status remains unknown as the world waits for what feels like an eternity for an update. Stephon Diggs, other teammates, and Bengal's head coach is Zach Taylor go to visit tomorrow at the medical center. But on Diggs his way in, he's stopped by an officer, nearly having to force his way in, stating, "We just had to be here for our teammate," and just outside, an additional 100 fans stand hand in hand in support. Then finally, there is an announcement on Damar's status. He had a heart attack on the field. Damar was able to regain his heartbeat, but still remains in critical condition. But in the night following the incident, something magical happens. Damar's charity and toy drive, the Chasing EMS Foundation, receives an unthinkable amount of donations. Before the Monday night game, his foundation had $74,000 in donations very next morning with the help of over 119,000 new donors. That number had reached over $3 million, and that amount has skyrocketed to over $9 million and counting. But amongst this amazing moment, nearly 3 days pass without any major updates on DeMar's health. Then on January 5th, not only does the NFL officially cancel the Bills-Bengal game, but the world receives information about DeMar directly from the UC Medical Center. His neurological function is completely intact. He's able to breathe with a breathing tube. He can physically hold hands with his family, and he's even able to communicate with writing. The first question he wrote was, "Did we win?" And the medical staff responded with, "You won. You won the game of life." But it gets even better. The next day brings another significant update and 3 powerful words from DeMar himself. His breathing tube is removed as he is able to breathe completely on his own. His neurologic function remains intact, and he is able to talk to his family. DeMar is even able to say his first words to his teammates in over 4 days in a FaceTime call. He tells them, "Simply love you boys," and the next day brings the NFL's first game action. Since the incident, love is shown in incomparable ways. Every single team in the league shows support during warm-ups by wearing Love for DeMar shirts, but nothing is quite as special as what the Buffalo Bills had in store. At home. In the final game of the regular season, Buffalo players walk through the tunnel repping DeMar's. Number 3, DeMar Hamlin shirts and hats. The Bills run out into Highmark Stadium to a packed-out crowd full of supportive fans. Multiple players carry Love for DeMar flags. The entire team graces number 3 patches, and the medical team that responded to DeMar's collapse is honored right before kickoff. But how the actual game started is even more unreal. The New England Patriots win the coin toss, but defer. So the Bills will receive the opening kickoff. What unfolds next is something out of a movie. Let's listen in. New England decided to defer after winning the toss. And here's Hines on the run back, breaking a tackle and taking it past midfield and down the sideline. He goes, "This is storybook, an opening kickoff return for Damar Hamlin." And this place is absolutely going wild. But that's not even the most unforgettable moment of it all. The best part. DeMar watched all of this unfold live on TV while he was at the hospital. And when Hines ran this opening touchdown, DeMar celebrated a lot according to the UC medical staff. He got out of his chair, jumped up and down, and nearly set off every alarm in the ICUA. Truly touching moment. That energy remained the entire game, becoming a very special day for not just the players and fans, but also the most important people involved in this incident. The Bills brought home the victory, 35-23. They FaceTimed DeMar just minutes following the win, and then came the gifting of the game ball. A game ball was handed out not only to DeMar, but also to the man who saved his life less than 1 week ago.